The order of choosing shall follow the random lots drawn in round 1.
We'll keep the suspense up here.
Okay, so first off, we will have Dunman High, followed by Raffles Institution, and then Temasek Junior College. So this will be the order of choosing your questions.
If the team that selected the question gets a correct answer, they will be awarded the full point value of the question. However, if they were to get the answer wrong, then the floor is opened to the remaining 2 teams to see if the answers they wrote down on the board are correct. If they get the answer right, then half of the questions total will be attributed to them. But if they get it wrong, then they will receive no points. Do know that it is optional for you to attempt a question you did not choose. But please remember that you would be given the same amount of time to write down your answers.
Okay guys, so now we're gonna throw in a little small curveball. So in addition to the final round of Jeopardy, we are also going to introduce power cards into the game mechanics. So there'll be a total of 2 power cards, and teams will be able to use each card once only. The use of a power card is optional, but why would you not use it, right? So, if the teams would like to play a power card, they may go about doing so by indicating to our friendly stage MC that they wish to use it before the start of their 30-second timer. The card will then be in play for that question. Do note that when a power card is activated, the question can only be answered by the team that chose it. And teams may only play the power cards on turns in which they choose the question. So first up, we have the double or trouble card. This card allows the team attempting the question to receive double the allocated points if they get it correct. However, should they get it wrong, the other 2 teams will receive 50% of the question's original point value. Just like that. So if you play on a question worth 600 and you get it incorrect, your fellow participants will get 300 points each for free. Next, we have the lifeline card, and this is really quite interesting. So with this card, the schools may call out to the audience to have their designated lifeline, most preferably their teacher, to assist them with this question. So in this case, the question posed to the lifeline will follow the normal constraints. However, students, you better trust your lifelines because you must use the answers that they give. So you want to use it, you really have to put your faith in them. Lifelines of the top 3 schools. Please get ready in case you are called upon. So the teachers, I assume, right? Yeah. No. I'm sorry, your question, if you're allowed to answer this, no, NUS personnel, we are all impartial. You may not ask any of us.
Teachers, the mics are at either sides of the LT, as you see. Yeah.
So if the teams have, remember the cards can only be played before the question timer. So it's before we say your time starts now. So, and the decisions by our friendly stage MC will be final whether to count the card being played or not. For more details on the action cards, students, you can refer to the reverse side of them, and there are more instructions there. With that, students, do you have any more questions? Yes. You are not allowed to use multiple cards in one turn because they negate the question afterwards, so there's nothing to be done afterwards. Use it once at a go. Don't worry, you have plenty of chances to do so.
All right, participants, please note that the answers which are incomplete, incorrectly spelled, or with grammatical errors may not be accepted. Please make sure that the answers written on the whiteboard are large and legible. Illegible answers or answers which are unclear may be rejected. Finalists who exceed the time given will not have their answers considered, and the decisions of the MCs will be final. For answers where acronyms are commonly used, please spell out the answer in full unless the acronym is already introduced in the question.
Let us finally begin our third and final round of the NUS GC 2023 Grand Finals. The order of choosing will follow the order of presentation from round 1.
So first up, we will have Dunman High, Raffles Institution, and Temasek Junior College. Students, you may please take a seat. No need to stand. Okay, students, are you ready? With that, can you show me the board? All right, so first up, we have Dunman High selecting the question. So Dunman High, which question do you want to attempt?
Climate and landforms 400.
All right, Dunman High School have chosen the first question, climate and landforms, 400 points.
Ooh, okay, you didn't start off at the easiest one. So the question is, blank blank are a type of limestone landscape characterized by tall, isolated rock formations that have been shaped by the chemical weathering process of carbonation. Commonly found in regions with high rainfall and tropical climates, these landforms are often associated with spectacular scenery, making them popular tourist attractions in countries like China, Vietnam, and Malaysia. Your time starts now. Your time is up. Please reveal your answers.
All right, Dunman High School's answer is unfortunately incorrect. Let us open to the floor now.
You may both reveal your answers. Both teams may reveal your answers.
All right, since like both schools did not write down their answers on the whiteboard, so okay, as mentioned by the MCs just now, you are supposed to write your answers at the same time as the school which has chosen the question. All right, so in this case, none of the teams will be awarded with points for this question.
Don't worry, there are easier questions and harder questions out there, so there are many of chances for you to make it up. And the correct answer is tower casts. Tower casts are a distinctive type of limestone landscape formed by the chemical weathering process of carbonation, which occurs in regions with high rainfall and tropical climates. These landscapes are characterized by tall, isolated rock formations that have been shaped over time by the dissolution of limestone. The unique topography of tower casts is often associated with spectacular scenery, making them popular tourist attractions in countries such as China, Vietnam, and Malaysia. Okay, so we can move on to the next question. Raffles Institution, your choice.
Which one do you guys want? All right, Raffles Institution has selected climate and landforms, 600 points.
Can you read?
That's brave.
All right, let me read the question for the 600 points climate, landform, and natural phenomena. Breathtaking neon blue waves, also known as aurora borealis of the sea, is a unique ecological phenomenon. They are more commonly found near Australian coasts, but have also been spotted along Singapore's shore. The blue glow is caused by a blank algae bloom used as a defense mechanism against predators.
So do note, students, that you all may attempt the question, But if Raffles Institution were to get it incorrect, then it will be opened up to whatever you have written down. But if they were to get it correct, then they will have the points for that question. So, remember, you can also use your power cards, but if you're confident, well, okay, so your time starts now.
Your time is up. Please review your answer.
Raffles Institution has written the answer bioluminescent, and that is indeed the correct answer. 600 points will be awarded to Raffles Institution.
Congratulations. Bioluminescent dinoflagellates are a type of plankton. So they're tiny marine organisms that can sometimes cause the surface of the ocean to sparkle at night. So these organisms synthesize their own luciferin, which is a compound that produces light through chemical reaction. All right, let's move on to our next choice. Temasek Junior College, what question will you choose?
All right, Temasek Junior College has decided on cities and urban planning, 400 points.
Oh, yay, I really do like cities and urban planning. So, cities and urban planning for 200 points. Your question is?
Blank city is one that integrates water management into urban planning to achieve sustainable water resources. Some characteristics of such cities include effective stormwater management, water recycling, and green infrastructure. An example of a city that has embraced these principles is Singapore.
Your time starts now. That was fast, you're rather confident. Okay, your time is up.
Please review your answers.
All right, Temasek Junior College has written water sponge as their answer, and that is unfortunately the incorrect answer. We will now take a look at Dunman High School's and Raffles Institution's answer. Raffles Institution has written wet sponge, and Dunman High School has written water strategic. Unfortunately, both answers are wrong, and none of the groups will be awarded points for this question.
All the schools are close, but the correct answer is water sensitive. A water sensitive city is a concept that aims to integrate water management strategies into urban planning to create sustainable, resilient, and environmentally friendly communities. Some characteristics of water-sensitive cities include effective stormwater management, water recycling, and green infrastructure, such as green roofs and permeable surfaces, which help reduce the urban heat island effect and promote biodiversity. These cities prioritize the protection of ecosystems, conservation of water resources, and improvement of water quality. Singapore is an example of a water-sensitive city as it has implemented various measures such as rainwater harvesting, water recycling, and extensive greenery to enhance its water resilience and urban environment.
Okay, so Dunman High School, it is your turn once again to pick the question. Just a reminder, at the end of 5 rounds, we will see who has the highest point tally and crown them the winner.
Remember, you guys can use your power cards.
Economic Geography 400.
All right, Dunman High School has selected Economic Geography 400 points.
All right, this is a fun one. And the question for Economic Geography for 400 points is, the environmental Kuznets curve hypothesis suggests that environmental pollution increases at the beginning of economic growth. However, when economic growth passes a certain point, it allows for environmental remediation. So, your task, please draw the curve that depicts this hypothesis. Remember to include axis labels. And your time starts now.
Please note that your writing has to be large and legible. And it has to be the correct spelling as well.
Your time is up. Please stop writing. Please show us your answers, your beautifully drawn diagrams.
All right, Dunman High School, your curve is unfortunately incorrect. Let's take a look at Raffles Institution and Temasek Junior College's answer.
Pollution, economic.
All right, unfortunately, none of the teams have gotten the correct curve, so no points will be awarded for this question.
Okay, so let's show the answer of the Kuznets curve.
Temasek Junior College
You guys
is
were
close.
close, but unfortunately not quite close enough to follow the exact point of the curve and also the axis. The Kuznets curve depicts an increase in environmental degradation as per capita income rises. Environmental degradation will then decrease after reaching a certain point per capita income. So that's the explanation, guys.
Okay, we'll move on to the next team. You guys can use your power cards.
If you want to. If you don't want, it's fine. If you do not wish to use it, it's perfectly fine.
All right, Raffles Institution have selected Cities and Urban Planning 600 points.
Ooh, that's a brave choice.
Okay, the question is, rural to urban migration is often seen as a progression towards development. In Japan, there has been an increase in the amount of abandoned rural areas and villages due to a migration of the younger population towards urban centers. In this vein, developmental views have often favored urban areas over rural ones. This is an example of blank blank, which impacts the way in which we view urban and rural spaces. Your time starts now.
All right, Raffles Institution, please reveal your answer, and your answer is rural-urban continuum. Unfortunately, the answer is incorrect, so we will get Temasek JC and Dunman High to show your answers. All right, no answers from Temasek Junior College, and Dunman High has written urban supremacy. Unfortunately, this answer is incorrect as well. None of the groups will get points for this question.
Okay, your answer was close, but the correct answer is urban bias. Supremacy has the idea, but so urban bias notes the ways in which urban areas are viewed more favorably than rural areas. Urban areas are considered to have concentrated political, economic power, and additionally socialized views of the geographic displacement of rural areas from the urban centers adds to this, being viewed as out of the way or culturally different from urban civil society.
Okay, next school.
All right, Temasek Junior College has selected Biogeography and Green Spaces, 600 points.
You guys seem to be selecting a lot of difficult ones. Okay. And the question is, blank are areas of steep transition between ecological communities, ecosystems, and/or ecological regions along an environmental or other gradient. These areas occur at multiple spatial scales and range from natural areas between ecosystems and biomes to human-generated boundaries. Often, these areas contain a large variety of species of fauna and flora due to the influence by both the bordering ecosystems.
All right, Temasek Junior College has decided to activate their lifeline.
Ooh. Can Temasek Junior College's lifeline please come forward and introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, Ms. Rebecca. So the answer is ecotones.
All right, the answer is indeed ecotones. So 1,200 points for Temasek Junior College.
So in these transitional regions, the environment rapidly shifts from one type to another based on abiotic
I'm so sorry.
or biotic factors.
Sorry, my apologies. That was a lifeline cut and not a double or nothing cut. So 600 points to Temasek Junior College.
Yes. Ecotones can occur in both terrestrial and aquatic systems and cover several spatial scales, from large spatial ecotones where biomes meet to local scale transitions such as mountain tree lines. Ecotonal regions show a diversity of boundary types that range from natural boundaries to human-generated ecotones and sometimes termed anthropogenic ecotones. Okay, so Dunman High, do you wish to choose?
All right, Dunman High has selected Economic Geography, 600 points.
Everyone's going for the big questions. Nice.
Okay, here is the question. Blank blank is defined as the annual growth rate in the income per capita of the poorest 40% of the population in a country. This measures the extent to which economic growth is inclusive by focusing on household consumption or income growth amongst the poorest population rather than on the total growth, and is one of the goals of World Bank Group together with eradicating extreme poverty.
All right, Dunman High School would like to use their lifeline card as well.
Now let's invite Dunman High School's lifeline to the microphones there. Yeah, please introduce yourself.
Okay, and your 30 seconds to answer starts now.
The poverty growth rate. Sorry. The poverty income growth rate.
Poverty income growth rate, that is unfortunately the incorrect answer. No points will be awarded to Dunman High.
So I explain that. The correct answer is shared prosperity. Shared prosperity measures the extent to which economic growth is inclusive by focusing on household consumption or income growth amongst the poorest population rather than on the total growth. It is defined as the annualized growth rate in the average consumption or income per capita of the poorest 40% of the population in a country. Promoting shared prosperity is one of the goals of the World Bank Group. Together with eradicating extreme poverty, this indicator monitors the progress of the bottom 40 and how the less well-off can benefit from economic growth. It is relevant even in higher income countries, where extreme poverty is much lower. Now let's move on to the next school.
Ooh, it looks like there are only 2 600-point questions left on the board.
All right, Raffles Institution has selected political ecology 600 points.
All right. For political ecology, 600 points. Your question is, environmental determinism theory proposes the idea that the environment determines social cultural outcomes and is still prevalent today as neo-environmental determinism. However, this view has been heavily criticized for ignoring the role of human agency and political decisions. In response to this, blank blank presents a counter to the analytical and moral failings of environmental determinism. And your time starts now.
All right, Raffles Institution, your answer is environmental possibilism. That is unfortunately incorrect. Let's take a look at Dunman High and Temasek Junior College. All right, Dunman High, same answer, environmental possibilism, and Temasek Junior College, no answer from you guys. So no points will be awarded to any of the teams for this question.
Don't be disheartened, this question is really difficult, and that's why it's worth 600 points. And the answer is cultural ecology. So to explain, cultural ecology views ecology relationships as recursive rather than deterministic. In this view, the environment is influenced by and also influences social cultural outcomes and vice versa. With that, we can move on to our next school.
All right, Temasek Junior College has selected Cities and Urban Planning 200 points.
All right, Temasek Junior College, here is the question. In urban planning, the term blank refers to small, temporary public spaces that are created by repurposing parking spots or underutilized streets areas, providing a place for people to relax and interact in the city environment. In Singapore, these can be found along Keong Saik Road and Jiak Chuan Road. And these are your options. Your time starts now. Your time is up. Please show us your answer.
All right, Temasek Junior College, you have chosen option A, Parklets, and that is indeed the correct answer. 200 points will be awarded to Temasek Junior College.
So the reason why it's parklets is because parklets are small, temporary public spaces that are typically created by converting parking spaces or underutilized street areas into mini parks or seating areas. They help enhance the urban environment by offering residents and visitors a place to relax, socialize, and engage with the community. Parklets can also contribute to improving walkability, promoting local businesses, and encouraging a more pedestrian-friendly cityscape.
All right, with that, we can move on to our next question.
All right, Dalman High School has selected Biogeography and Green Spaces, 400 points.
So, the question for biogeography and green spaces for 400 points is: a blank species help define an entire ecosystem. These species have disproportionately large effects on its natural environment relative to its abundance. Without these species, the ecosystem would be dramatically different or cease to exist altogether. Your time starts now. Your time is up. Please reveal your answers.
All right, Dalman High has written key as their answer, and unfortunately that is incorrect. Let's take a look at Raffles Institution and Temasek Junior College. Raffles Institution wrote king as their answer, and that is also incorrect. While Temasek Junior College has written keystone, and that is the correct answer. 400 points will be awarded to Temasek Junior College.
It's okay, your answer was really, really close. Key is very close to keystone. An example of a keystone species are the sea otters. They play a critical role in maintaining the diversity of an ecosystem. Without the sea otters in the kelp forest ecosystem, the urchin population will not be kept in check, destroying the habitat for kelp as sea urchins feed on it. Let's move on to our next question.
Raffles Institution has selected political ecology, 200 points.
All right, for Raffles Institution, here is your question. Blank blank is usually defined as a form of distributive justice that looks at the connections between different spheres such as social, ecological, economic, and cultural spheres. They have raised their hand.
All right. Double or trouble? Okay,
Okay.
Raffles Institution will activate the double or trouble card.
It is mainly concerned with how developmental projects influence and affect these spheres, which are often intertwined with the marginalized communities that are most deeply affected. Okay, your time starts now.
All right, Raffles Institution has chosen option B, environmental justice, and that is indeed the correct answer. 400 points will be awarded to Raffles Institution.
Environmental justice seeks to redistribute the disproportionate effects of environmental risk on marginalized people. Within the context of developmental projects, environmental justice expands the scope of connections drawn to understand full impacts of these projects, where ecological, social, cultural, and economic concerns can contribute to environmental impacts.
All right. Temasek Junior College, it's your turn. I'll take this time to remind all the schools that our next round after this will be our final round of question selections. So if you wish to play your power cards, you have some opportunity to do so.
All right, Temasek Junior College has chosen Social and Cultural Geography, 600 points.
All right. And the question for social cultural geographies, 600 points, is: most feminist geographers argue from the standpoint that knowledge is always partial, situated, and controlled by underlying power relations. This knowledge then affects people's experiences and relationships with space. Which research paradigm do these feminist geographers subscribe to? And your time starts now.
Time is up. Please show us your answers.
All right, Temasek Junior College has written the answer gender equality with the question mark. That is unfortunately the incorrect answer. Let's take a look at Raffles Institution and Dunman High. All right, Raffles Institution has written FOCA and Dunman High School has written power-centric. Unfortunately, both answers are also incorrect. No points will be awarded to any of the teams for this question.
Don't be disheartened, guys. This also was a very tough question. The correct answer is post-structuralism. It's all right, don't be disheartened. This is high-level stuff. Post-structuralism represents a set of attitudes and a style of critique that developed in critical response to the growth and identification of the logic of structural relations that underline social institutions, whether they exist in terms of politics, economics, education, medicine, literature, or the sciences. Students, we are now entering our final round of question selection. So you may now choose, this is your chance to choose your last question. Dunman High School, what is your choice?
Dunman High School has selected Social and Cultural Geography, 400 points.
All right, your question is: in the discipline of social and cultural geographies, the concept of blank, blank, C and H, refers to the dominance of cultural diverse society by the ruling class through the imposition of their values, beliefs, and norms, which influences spatial organization, representation, and experiences of different spaces. Your
Dunman High School would like to use their double or trouble card.
Okay, so with that in mind, your time starts now. All right, your time is up. Please reveal your answers.
Okay, Dunman High School has written cultural homogenization and is unfortunately the incorrect answer. That means that Temasek Junior College and Raffles Institution will automatically get 300 points for this question.
200.
Sorry, 200 points.
My apologies, 200 points.
Not 400. Okay, so the answer is cultural hegemony. Unfortunately, homogenization is a process. So by word form, I think this would be considered incorrect. Cultural hegemony is a concept developed by Italian Marxist philosopher Antonio Gramsci, which describes the domination of a culturally diverse society by the ruling class through the imposition of their values, beliefs, and norms. In the context of social and cultural geographies, cultural hegemony plays a significant role in shaping the spatial organization, representation, and experiences of different places, as well as the identity formation and social relations among diverse communities. The concept helps to analyze the power dynamics and ideologies that influence the built environment, urban planning, architecture, public spaces, and other aspects of the cultural landscape.
All right, let's move on to the next school.
All right, Raffles Institution has selected political ecology 400 points.
Okay, here is the question. Typically, the city and nature will be seen as oppositional to each other. However, political ecology views them as a social natural hybrids. An example of second or produced nature, S blank M blank, is the process by which explains the ways in which nature is remade into the cityscape as produced nature.
All right, Raffles Institution would like to activate their lifeline.
Can Raffles Institution...
Miss Michelle Tan.
Ooh, okay. A direct call out. Can Raffles Institution's lifeline please come forward? Thank you. You will have 30 seconds to answer the question. And your time starts now.
Symbiotic modernity?
Symbiotic modernity. Unfortunately, that is the incorrect answer.
The correct answer is socio-ecological metabolism. So you're wondering what this is, right? Socio-ecological metabolism can be understood as the flows of materials and energy between nature and society. It is concerned with the interactions of capital, technology, labor, and biophysical nature in the production of second nature or produced nature.
Moving on to Temasek Junior College.
And this will be our final question of the round.
All right, Temasek Junior College has selected our final question, biogeography and green spaces, 200 points.
Okay, I can start. My iPad cannot.
And the question, our final question, is fossils of the Glossopteris fern were found separately in Australia, South Africa, South America, India, and Antarctica. It evolved during the early Permian period and went on to become the dominant species throughout this period, not becoming extinct until the end of the Permian period. So, how did this species disperse itself? These are your options, and your time starts now.
You skip the end. Just wait, click here. No. Yeah, just immediately after. Yeah.
And your time is up. Please reveal your answers.
All right. Temasek Junior College has chosen option C, and that is indeed the correct answer. 200 points for Temasek Junior College.
Plate tectonics is the theory that Earth's land masses are in constant motion. And the realization that Earth's land masses move was first proposed by Alfred Wegener, which he called continental drift theory, which occurs over a massive timescale.
And with that, we have come to the end of the third and final round of the NUS Geography Challenge 2023 Japan. Students, regardless of the results, we hope that you have learned and gained many geographical knowledge and skills from this experience.
Let us put our hands together once again to acknowledge the brilliant effort made by all our schools. All right, schools, you will have a short breather now, so please follow your chaperones back to your seats while we tabulate the scores. All right, while we wait for the results to be tabulated, we would now like to acknowledge our generous partners and sponsors for their unwavering support in the planning of NUSGC 2023. May we now kindly invite Professor David Taylor, Head of Department at NUS Geography, to give our tokens of appreciation to the representatives from the Ministry of Education and the Geography Teachers Association. Prof. Taylor, please. From our premium sponsor, the Ministry of Education, may we please invite Ms. Baptist up on stage to receive her token of appreciation. Ms. Baptist, please. Thank you, Ms. Baptist. From our premium sponsor, the Geography Teachers Association, may we invite Mr. John Lim up on stage to receive his token of appreciation. Mr. Lim, please. Thank you, Mr. Lim. Thank you, Professor Taylor, for giving out the tokens of appreciation. Please remain on stage as we would now like to invite the Project Director of Geography Challenge, Ms. Cheong Shimin, to present you with a token of our appreciation. Thank you, Prof. Taylor. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. we'll be moving on to the prize presentation ceremony.
Everything was so intense and exciting. I'm really anticipating the results for this year's NUS GC 2023.
And I'm sure everyone else in the audience is also equally eager to know the results. So, without further ado, may we invite Miss Baptiste up on stage to deliver the prizes to our 4th and 5th positions. Okay, in 5th place we have CHIJ Secondary School. Congratulations on making it this far. CHIJ Secondary, you may return to your seats. And in 4th place, we have Hwa Chong Institution. Congratulations. Thank you, Hwa Chong Institution. You may return to Miss Baptiste. You may also return to your seat.
Now, may we now invite our top 3 finalists back up on the stage?
All right. Now that everyone is back up on stage, are you all ready for the results announcement?
Zach, let's not hold them any much longer, okay?
All right. In 3rd place, we have Dunman High School. Now usually we go for a 2nd place announcement, but in this case, I would like to announce who the champion of NUSGC 2023 is. And in 1st place, we have Temasek Junior College.
Raffles Institution has gotten 2nd place. Congratulations for our top 3 teams for battling it out in NUS GC 2023. I hope all of you are proud of your achievements as they are definitely admirable.
May we now invite the three schools to follow your chaperones to the side of the stage for the prize presentation.
May we also invite Prof. Taylor to give out the awards to our top 3 schools? Prof. Taylor, please.
All right. In third place, we have Dunman High School. In second place, we have. Oh, sorry.
Now, in second place, we have Raffles Institution.
All right, and coming in first place as the overall champion for NUS GC 2023, we have Temasek Junior College.
Prof. Taylor, you may now return to your seat.
Please put your hands together to congratulate all our teams once more. Thank you.
It has been such a long yet exciting ride. Today at NUS GC 2023 Grand Finals. Don't you think so, Zach?
Yes, this journey has indeed been exciting and also long. As we are coming to the end of NUS GC 2023, we would like to acknowledge our premium sponsors, the Ministry of Education and the Geography Teachers Association, for their continued support. Our venue sponsors, the Urban Redevelopment Authority and the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences Dean's Office. Without all your generous contributions, NUS GC 2023 would not have been as successful.
Let us not forget our distinguished guests and judges and all 129 participating schools, NUS Geography faculty advisors, and the NUS GC team. For those who are tuning in our live stream now, we are also grateful for your support.
But before we end, we have prepared a special video for you, detailing the students' geographical journeys today in NUS GC 2023. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Sorry, please bear with us while we remedy this technical error. Wow, what an amazing geographical journey you guys have been through today.
Before we end, can our 5 Kahoot winners meet us at the front after this?
Also, please enjoy the dinner, which will be available for everybody outside the lecture theatre. And see you all at NUS Geography Challenge 2024. Bye-bye.